Hello, my name is Stenley Philippe. I'm a recruitment officer and page liaison here at Carleton University. If you're watching this video, you most likely have already submitted an application to Carleton. And if you have, let me start by saying thank you so much for doing that. Our school is built on the foundation of a strong student population, and we're really excited to be welcoming you hopefully next year into our community. The purpose of the video is to give you an update as to where we're at in the admission cycle. Hopefully help answer some of the questions you might have about your application, about scholarships, about residence, and get you geared up for what's going to happen next. Let's start with where we all start in, the application itself. So in the fall and in the winter, you were submitting your applications on the Ontario University Application Centre's website, or UAC for short. Once you submitted your application, we at Carleton received that application and then sent you an email to say, once again, thank you for applying. And in that email, there was some really important information about your applicant number, your My Carleton identification number, and your Carleton 360 account. Now, if you had a chance to read that email, you'll know why Carleton 360 is so important, because you'll be able to monitor your application on that site. So on a daily basis, you can log in and see exactly what's happening with your app. You're also able to upload documents through your Carleton 360. So for students who are studying outside of the province of Ontario, it's a really great tool to use to keep us in the loop with regards to your grades and your courses that you are taking. For our current Ontario high school students, you're able to rely on your guidance office to submit those grades directly to our department. So all you gotta do if you're in Ontario is to apply and to continue the hard work in your grade 12 year. Once we receive a transcript, we start to do the heavy lifting. We start to really look at ways to admit our students. Now in Ontario, our formula for admission is looking at your top 6 grade 12 U or M courses, and included in your top 6 would be your prerequisite subjects. And so there are different courses that might be required for the different programs that we offer. Averages can vary. I always encourage students to aim for the best average they possibly can obtain, because that's going to give them the best opportunity to get in to our programs. Once you do that, once we see that offer or that average available, we will make an offer of admission. And if you do receive an offer from Carleton University, you will be notified by email as well as through your Carleton 360 account. Now, getting the offer is a really exciting part of this entire process. I remember when I was a student and receiving an offer of admission really validated all the hard work I put into my last year of high school. So for those of you who have an offer currently, congratulations. Again, very exciting stuff. When you're looking at the offer of admission, you'll see a few components to the offer. First off, an official congratulations letter that you'll be able to read and keep with you for forever, really. And then you'll see more information on the program that you're being given an offer to. Now, this is really important, especially for students who submitted applications to multiple programs at Carleton. The way that we assess your application is by prioritizing the program you ranked first. So for example, if you apply to journalism and communications and media studies, if you ranked journalism as your first Carleton program or choice, we will look to admit you into that program first. And so ideally, you'll receive an offer of admission into that program. If there are other areas that you've applied to as well, you'll see in your offer letter whether or not you are eligible for admission to those programs. So again, same scenario, journalism is your choice 1, communications and media studies your choice 2. You will receive an offer of admission to journalism, and we'll let you know if you're eligible for admission to communications and media studies. If you're interested in receiving an offer to your second or third choice programs, make sure you contact our admission office directly to let them know of your interest in changing your ranking. Now, if you've applied to multiple schools in Ontario, it will not affect the way that we process your application. So if you ranked us number 1 or number 2, that's great. If you ranked us number 3 or 4, that's okay too. We will prioritize all applications as we receive them. So just keep that in mind. Also including your offer package will be information on your scholarship, which we'll talk about in a little bit, along with residence information. Okay, so all that will be discussed a little bit later on in today's session. So you have your offer of admission, you're super excited, and now you're thinking, well, what do I do next? So how do I actually accept my offer? Well, you'll be able to accept your offer of admission the same location where you applied to Carleton. So that means you would accept your offer on the Ontario University Application Centre for our Ontario High School students and for other students who applied on that site as well. So make sure you do visit that. Now, in your offer package, there will be information on your offer response deadline. In Ontario, we have a common deadline of June 1st, 2020, and that's common with all universities in Ontario. So no school in Ontario can require that you respond prior to that date. And that's intentional. We really want our students or applicants to take the time to contact the various schools that they're interested in, to visit our campuses, to really do the research before making your decision. So you have until that date with your offer to decide whether or not you would like to accept it. Once you've accepted your offer of admission, you will then be in line to not only register for your courses, which we'll touch on, but also register for your spot in residence. Now, residence is guaranteed for all of our first-year students, provided you receive an offer of admission before May 15th, 2020. So when you get your offer, you accept your offer on UAC, and then you'll have until June 8th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time in order for you to accept your residence offer and to pay your $700 deposit. Now, that date is really important for you to remember, because that is a really a firm date. So again, June 8th, 4:30 p.m., you'll have until then to accept your residence offer and to pay your deposit. Once you do that, you'll get your confirmed spot into residence. And residence is an amazing experience here at Carleton University. All of our residence buildings are located right on our campus, which is really great because you really do feel that community support when you're in residence, and that gets amplified by the additional support available for students living on our campus. We guarantee you the traditional double room, which means that you will be giving a roommate in your first year. But there are different styles that are available too. So we do have our suite style residences, which basically means that when you walk into your residence area, you will have a kitchenette as well as a living room style, room that you'll be able to access. And then you'll have your own, again, residence rooms too within your suite. There are also single rooms that are available in a residence. And again, our traditional double room where you'll have a roommate and 2 rooms sharing a bathroom. That's our traditional setup. So what you're able to do on your residence application is rank your room preferences. So you can tell us what would be your rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and then we'll do our very best to accommodate the requests that we do get. Residence fees will cover your room and board, your high-speed internet connection, and your meal plan. And our meal plan is really great. You'll have unlimited access to our All You Care to Eat CAF. Yes, it's All You Care to Eat. And our CAF is great. It's very sustainable. It's fresh food. Many of our food items are locally sourced. And there's a lot of variety too. So if you get a chance to visit our campus, make sure you grab a meal in our residence area and sample the CAF before you come on campus in the fall. So that's our residence update. Now, I briefly mentioned scholarships. When students are admitted to Carleton University with an 80% average or better, they will receive a guaranteed entrance scholarship valid between $4,000 and $16,000 over the course of 4 years. So with your offer of admission, you will see that information, that scholarship information included in your offer. So we'll tell you what the amount is, first whether you received it or not, and if you did, what that amount would be. Now, what's great about Carleton is we will continue to be looking to look at your admission average up until your second semester midterm marks. If your average increases into a different scholarship bracket, we will automatically increase your entrance scholarship too. So for example, if you were admitted in January with an 82% average, you're receiving $4,000 over the course of 4 years. But if we notice that your average increases to an 88% by your second semester midterm marks, we'll automatically increase your entrance scholarship to $8,000 over the course of 4 years. Okay, and again, no need to notify us on that. When we receive those grades, we'll automatically process your application for that reassessment of your entrance scholarship. There are other ways for us to support our students financially as well. Our Prestige Scholarship deadline has recently passed. It was March 1st, 2020. So for those students who did submit an application for our Prestige Scholarships, we will notify you most likely by the end of March, early April, to let you know if you are one of the 24 recipients of our Prestige Scholarships. If you happen to miss out on that opportunity, there are others coming up, including our Carleton Leadership Entrance Bursaries. The deadline to apply for those is April 2nd. The website is carleton.ca/awards. When you log into that website, you'll be able to see our entrance scholarships and bursary section, and then you'll be able to find the application for our leadership entrance bursaries on that site. Later on in the application cycle, you'll then be able to also apply for a general entrance bursary. The deadline to apply for those is June 30th, 2020, and you'll be able to find the application for our entrance bursaries on your Carleton Central account. It's really important for our students to take the time to submit those applications because we want to really help offset some of the costs you may incur by attending university, whether it be tuition, residence, books and supplies, and so on. And there is financial assistance available. Just last year, Carleton awarded over $21 million to our students in scholarships and bursaries. So we do want to assist our students, and it's important for you to, again, take that first step, submit those applications. Even if you don't qualify for something, I always encourage students to submit an application anyway, because you might get it by default. And that's the best kind of money in the world, default money. Don't earn it or deserve it, but you get it anyway. So definitely do that. Now, other steps to think about as you continue your journey with us. Once you've accepted your offer of admission, like I mentioned before, we will notify you on our registration process. So registration typically takes place in the month of June, but prior to that, you'll get an opportunity to tap into our timetable tool. Now, this tool will give you a chance to start to build your schedule. So you'll be looking at the courses that you're required to take, and if you have room for electives, start thinking about different courses you would like to add on to your schedule. Build that timetable, and then when your time ticket opens, you'll be able to officially register for your courses. Now, we will notify you by email about all of this, so we'll tell you about the registration process, what your time ticket is, what time and date you'll be able to begin your registration, and how to access our timetable tool. And you'll also be able to tap into our resources here on campus. Our registrar's office has an amazing registration assistance team that will be available to help you once registration begins. So any questions, inquiries you might have about your registration, you'll be able to tap into that source at that time. Now, there are a lot of great events that are happening on campus, and we'd like to invite students to come on campus and really tap into our community. One of the ones that we're really excited about is our Spring Open House, which will be taking place in the month of May. If you visit our admissions website, or if you look into your Carleton 360 account, you will see all of our events listed there, and you'll be able to learn more about how to register for our events and which days you might want to come on campus for our Spring Open House. We also have our Vibrant Campus Tour program that is happening. We offer tours 6 days a week, Monday through Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And these are tours that are guided by our amazing student tour staff. And they give you a really intimate look into our campus, the various buildings, locations, and of course our world famous tunnels that connect every single building on our campus too. So a lot of really great ways for you to really start connecting with our university. Now, some of the questions that might come up as you're navigating this process may include, what happens if I don't have an offer yet? Why is that? Well, there are different reasons why you might not be holding an offer currently. One of the big reasons is prerequisites. So like I mentioned beforehand, when you are applying to Carleton and are looking to get your offer of admission, we're going to be looking to establish your top 6 grade 12 URM courses, and including your top 6 will be your prerequisite subjects. So if we're missing some prerequisite courses that you're taking this semester, so in the winter term, that may delay our ability to make you an offer at that time. One thing I want to make sure that you know is we are still pretty early in our process. A lot of our offers will go out between the months of March and May, and so we're just really starting to pick up the majority of our offers of admission at this time. So if you don't have an offer, nothing to worry about. Another thing to keep in mind for those who maybe have applied to a portfolio-based program, so if you're looking at architectural studies, industrial design, social work, or a Bachelor of Information Technology, the Interactive Multimedia and Design stream, or if you're thinking about our Bachelor of Music program, we need to wait until those deadlines have passed for your portfolio or to set up your audition before we can make an offer of admission. So for the students who are looking at those programs, we'll be making offers to those areas most likely over the next few weeks and into the month of April. Now, we are here today chatting a bit about your opportunities, and I'm glad you're tuning in. But this isn't your only opportunity to connect with us. Again, we are here to help throughout the admission cycle, so please take the time to visit our website, admissions.carleton.ca. Give us a call, 613-520-3663, or toll free within Canada, 1-888-354-4414. And you're always welcome to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Please look for Carleton_future. And there's a lot of amazing content you'll find on those platforms too. So with that, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I want to wish you the best of luck in your grade 12 year. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Take care.